And we're going to take a look at some sides who don't want to go 0-2. That's Essendon up against the Brisbane Lions and also the Tigers. You don't want to start 0-2, but I want to look at the Bombers and the concerns that they had against Geelong. And they were the worst side in the first round, and it's for this reason. They had more disposals than Geelong, but there was a lot of junk, a lot of chipping the ball around, big numbers, but it meant nothing. They were smashed for contested ball, smashed for clearance, smashed for centre clearance. And Ross, I want to show the vision of what they got wrong. It was like they felt like they were putting on pressure, but when you take a look at it, they just got walked through the stoppages. Oh, look at this. There's a lot of players in the area, but they're fumbly, they're nervous. Caldwell's gone racing off and they were beaten at the stoppage.
Under pressure, well, you do want to leave, you do want to attack, but we talk about stay close under pressure. Merritt went the handball, there wasn't an Essendon Guernsey in the picture. And then here, it's the intent to chase. Like, you can't let Dangerfield out like that. Interesting, we've got Essendon in there, the Tigers. Both of them, a lot of noise over the summer, how good they were. Tigers were back, Essendon can win the flag. And I think it crept in.
Even this, Ross McGrath, it's like they weren't working hard enough. They might have thought they were, but still, they're just being mauled around the contest.
Yeah, and look, you can overhype. You can, you know, that arousal curve, you get past it and you flatten out. That can happen, that may happen. But their last final, they got monstered in contested ball. I think someone you mentioned it was an aberration. Yeah. Well, you know what? It wasn't an aberration in your last final in the second half, and it wasn't round one. You need to do the work, and their leaders have got to stand up. They went with 3 in the leadership group. That's small. A lot of onus on McGrath and Heppel and Merritt to stand up, because if they don't do it, the rest won't.
Now, the Tigers, they built premierships around pressure, Ross.
This caught me. I heard the noise about the Tigers. I watched them. I was bullish, but I'm concerned. 2017, dog-hungry, ferocious Tigers, number 1 pressure, number 1 inside forward 50 tackles. I read the stat last week. Carlton forward, 14 forward 50 tackles. Tigers 1th, 18th. And we've got a clip here, 16th pressure. They've lost their signature in trying to change that. Have a look at this. At this point, the ball's on the ground, 5 metres. Carlton are going to take it to the other end without Richmond laying a glove on them. Not a tackle.
A lot of players standing around,
walking, not instinctive on the chase. And then we're going to show Hewitt here, and I think that's Arts.
Yeah.
And Hewitt's going to get it at half forward. He's got 60 metres. He's ran and walked this out. You get an uncontested mark on the lead-up, and you'll see Hewitt still running through the middle. Arts, get desperate when it's desperate. Not now. They haven't laid a glove on him. Un-Richmond-like, and that's my concern. No, lost their signature, done a lot of talk, not dog hungry.
Do you think they can get it back?
Not based on what... Yeah, it can be done, but it's a long way back from 18th to 1st.
I think the Richmond can beat the Giants this week. I think the Lions will be too good for the Bombers.
Yeah, I think, the Lions are playing good footy, confident, but you know what? Their weakness has been interstate travel. A lot of questions. You feel sick being a coach. You need to get your first 4 points. Bank them.
Round 2, Ed, but still, it's on. And then some big games, some big clubs this weekend.
Very much so. Fascinating stuff there, boys. Really looking forward to what comes out. That Dogs and Carlton game is going to be an absolute beauty for so many reasons, Caro. You're just sitting there waiting, aren't you? There's a couple of big games this week. A couple of big fancy clubs could be 0-2.
I'll be interested to see Lockie Hunter's performance. I didn't think... And I reckon Carlton can beat the Bulldogs.
All right. We'll take a break.
Wrong before, Ed.
What's that?
No, I said I've been wrong before.
No, it's all right. Hang on. Can we just record that?
What's a premiership
record
between
that
friends,
one, please.